It is weaning day here at Running Springs, and if you remember, we've actually already weaned a baby this year. We weaned Molly a couple of months ago because she was a leech on her mother and literally sucking the life out of her. So she's been weaned for a couple of months. We're now weaning the rest of them. So to put them all together, we have some stalls that are kind of like portable stalls out in our arena. This is the first year we've had those available, and it so happens we have the perfect amount of babies for them this year, and they can all kind of touch noses and be together, so they're not like by themselves through this event. So we're gonna move Molly first downstairs to her new stall and then start bringing babies in. All right, Molly. I think she's gonna be okay. I do think she's gonna be a little like, what the heck is going on? I don't think she's gonna be as stressed out as the other babies, and I think Bo is gonna be madder than Molly is about being separated. He has to go back out with the geldings now. Icky. He doesn't get to go out in his private pasture with you. All right, she's going all the way at the end. She's never been in here. Here. Your dinner's in here. Can you go ahead and shut that most of the way? Your dinner's in there. You see it on the ground? You're going to have a friend very soon. Do you want me to put Daphne next to you so it's the girls? I think she needs Daphne next to her. So here's how we do the weaning, if you didn't watch the first video. And the first video was kind of interesting because it was just her. So when we do multiple babies all at the same time, we go by the Farmer's Almanac, because the signs, I honestly don't know how they choose them. I think it has something to do with like the moon phases or whatever. We've used the Farmer's Almanac to predict days to wean with our cows and our horses for 20-something years. And people say I'm crazy, and then I've had a few people that I know that breed horses swap to doing it this way, and they're like, it's so much calmer. They just don't yell, they don't care, it's so sweet. So I don't know why, but it works. So today is the day for weaning. There's usually like 2 days per month. So Molly looks like she's pretty okay. We are now gonna go bring in mare and foal one by one. As we come through the aisle, we will break them apart and bring a baby down here and then the mom up to her stall. We have these in place so that they cannot come through the door, because sometimes if a foal is crazy, which we haven't had one 20-something years that has done this, but I mean, I've heard of foals and mares coming through the door to try to get to each other. They can like hurt themselves, and so we try to make the environment as safe as possible. We try to give them ulcer care so that if they are stressed out, that they don't, you know, give themselves ulcers. We give them a little bit of grain that first night just because, get them used to it, have them comfortable, but we don't give them a whole lot. But yeah, this way it's fast. Usually within a day, they are totally fine. And there are other methods of weaning, okay? So there is like slow weaning, where you take your mares away from the babies for like a couple hours at a time. Sometimes they'll put them in a pasture and let them, you know, touch noses over the fence. In our experience, that has kind of prolonged the stress. In this way, what generally happens for us is that within a day or two, they're totally fine. So literally, her whinnying right now is just because she's by herself. She's not used to that. Once we bring Daphne in, hopefully they'll touch noses and be like better together. But yeah, let me know how y'all wean your babies. I've seen success happen with both, and we seem to have very chill yearlings and 2-year-olds and have never had any issue with this. So let's go get Daphne. I do think it's probably better to like walk Trudy down there so that we take her to her stall. Maybe not down the aisle, you know, but no one can do your whistle, Gerardo.
I'll get there. Is that you?
That's my best bet.
How do you do it?
I can't do it.
I can't even regular whistle right now.
Let's take bets on whether we think Trudy's gonna care or not. Knock on wood, I think these two are going to be pretty low drama.
$1.
Okay, but I'm the judge as to whether they're low drama.
I'll be the judge.
So we're going to take her downstairs.
Well, it's gigantic. You just want to start going crazy.
Well, now I
Like
do.
literally, she's gigantic. when you turn, just kind of, you keep going, Alyssa. So now Trudy's gonna turn up there, and Miss Daphne keeps on going. Trudy has literally not noticed that she doesn't have a towel anymore. That's Trudy. Little Colin. So we shut these doors. Usually these are open for airflow, but we shut them just so that the babies, you know, couldn't see their mamas or hear them. It's just better to be out of sight, out of mind. She looks like she's pretty interested in Molly. Molly, you have a friend your own age, not 23 years older than you. So that's another thing. So she's already starting to like kind of nervous poop, but it's solid. So that's one thing we try to prevent is diarrhea. We don't want them having any stomach issues. This is like their first moments without mama. So she's kind of used to a few moments without mama due to the vet. That's the first little neigh I've even heard. That's Winston. I thought it was Trudy making noises, but it's Winston. I hear them. They're getting him out of a stall.
Drama.
That wasn't. No, you don't get $1 for Winston being dramatic. And Trudy is eating her dinner. Literally, she's just eating her dinner. Penelope, your sister just got weaned. Look at your mama across the hall. What do you think about that? I think the boys are going to be more dramatic.
Yeah.
We'll see. Ginger, whew, I don't know. I think Howie's going to be the chillest of the boys. I could be incorrect. I don't know. Okay, here's the thing. We've weaned from Indy. Indy was fine with Wheezy. I think Indy's going to be fine with Wally. I don't think Wally's going to be fine. I think Ginger, being the first-time mom, is going to be a little more frantic at first, and that's just kind of her personality. I think she'll chill out, but I think she's going to want her baby more than anybody else. Happy, even though she was like such a helicopter mom at first, I don't think she's going to care. She's been making other people babysit her baby for like months. So I think Howie's going to be who we start with so that he can be chill when the others come in. Hopefully. Squeeze him out. Trace. Excited. Happy's been making other people or other horses babysit her child for months now. What a little hump. Happy. Okay, so just like we did with Daphne, they're going to keep Howie walking, and Happy, they're going to turn her up to the ramp and go put her in her stall. Howie, you got to go in, honey. Good boy. He saw his girlfriend. Howard, what are we thinking? Your girlfriend's right next door, and then your best friend's going to be right on the other side. So far, I feel like the predictions have been correct. This is pretty quiet. That was Molly. Molly's been weaned for 2 months. Okay, see, they all come in here and immediately clear. But luckily, all solid. We pay very close attention to that. You don't want a baby having diarrhea go untreated. You don't want them getting dehydrated. Literally, diarrhea can be deadly. So we keep very close eye on them when we're doing this. Because even, like, there's no way to do any type of weaning with zero stress. There's no way to do it. And this, we have found, is, like, the least stressful. So, oh, he's clacking to her. As he should. As he should, Daphne. Ginger makes me nervous. Ginger, I feel like, is the kind of mom that's, like, going to need sedation or something. Like, hopefully not. She just is a little more high-strung. So we'll see. So next up, we're doing Ginger and Fred. I'm not going to lie. I think this is the pair that I'm most, like, not scared for. Just a little, like, I don't know how this is going to go. Like, she is the most, like, noticing out of all the mares. She just looked at him like, what? There he goes. What do you think? See, even though you don't have your mama, you have your bestie. That's gotta help. Okay, so far, oh, we're getting good drinks. That's good. One thing you kind of always watch for when you're weaning or putting a horse through like something even remotely stressful. You don't want them to stop drinking. You don't want them to have diarrhea. All those things you need to watch for. So we would give them electrolytes if we weren't noticing them drinking. What do you think of your new digs? Huh? Yeah, lean on your friends, buddy. Let's go check on Ginger, but he seems okay. Okay, so we actually ended up putting that wall in to Ginger and Fred's stall. So Ginger stayed in the same stall. It's just, you know, down to 2 stalls again. So she has Phoebe as a neighbor. We did musical stalls earlier. She's just eating her grain. All right. Okay. I don't want to like count my chickens before they hatch. But she looks pretty chill. I think Walter is going to be the crybaby.
One to go.
Only one to go.
All right.
We're looking pretty chill at the moment.
Knock on wood.
My dad always used to do that to me. Knock on wood.
Right.
Alright, grab the plexiglass.
Okay, last but not least, Indy and Walter. I don't think Indy is going to have the slightest problem. I think Walter is going to have all the problems. He's like, oh, I just fought like my mama. La-ti-da. What are we done here, mama? And, like his mama's about to turn up there, and he's like, la-ti-da, just going on a walk with my friend. Oh, he is the only baby that's like, nope, but mama, where are you going? So just walk her right here. I don't think she cares.
Okay.
So just walk her right here so that he has her with him. Come on, Wally. Good boy. Okay, now take. Oh, big boy. Yeah, don't hurt yourself, Barda.
No, you can do this.
Wally is the only one that's kind of like, what the heck? Where's mom? He's a little like less chill, and that's what I figured. But knock on wood, not as crazy as he could be. So earlier we did name tags. So a lot of our horses didn't have name tags, but every year I like to write on them and tell like their due date and who they're bred to, just so that, I mean, we have people come in the barn that are our friends and stuff. It makes things easy. So I'm going to go ahead and put all the new stall signs in. Some of these are a little dirty. It's okay. We let them dry so that they weren't going to like smudge. Erlene. Yes, I know. I tried to push it down. It's like stuck on that little wood right there. All the stalls are getting redone soon, so this is temporary. So she's a resit mare. See, it's like these lips you got to get over. There we go. This one's a smidge tight. Okay. It made it in there, though. All right. She's in the same stall, but it was where this. I know you're the loudest at the Mom Van. I don't really know where this came from. I think it was when a little girl had her horse here and it got stuck in there. So it's just a part of the barn now. Okay, I need 2 hands. Is this gonna go in? There we go. Uh-oh. Well, it's not a part of the barn, I guess. There we go. There goes her stall sign. She did change spots, but this is actually the stall that she was in when she came here. So she's just going back to her roots, you know? It's literally been like 40 minutes since we started the weaning process. I don't want to speak too soon. It's pretty quiet right now. I will keep everyone updated on Facebook and TikTok for like daily updates and multiple updates. As for YouTube, we will be doing a video in a few days of them going outside to the pasture for the first time. So stay tuned for that. But that, I don't know that I could have asked for better than that. Other than Walter being like, where's my mom going? Other than that, like there was literally not a hitch. And they're all safe and sound in their stalls eating. And I heard like a little whinny just then, and that's about it. So I think that's pretty successful. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions. And stay tuned for their first time, all going out as big kids to the pasture later this week.